Hello and good morning, it's Phil Thatch, and Heather and I are out wandering around Harrison today, kind of looking for wildlife to photograph. We thought we might get up early and drive about an hour and a half and go to a waterfall today, but we decided to sleep in just a little bit. But now we are out and about, and Heather is, I don't know if you can see her, Heather's over there trying to get some photographs of some deer. We were coming down this road here that leads to Harrison Bay State Park, and Heather spotted a couple of deer in the ditch. And I pulled in right here, and I made a couple of shots of those deer. Looks like they're scampering now. And right here in this thicket, there was a female towhee. I'm using the Z50 and the 500 f4 and the 1.4 teleconverter, and I had to manually focus to get that shot because there was so much brush around it. But also, as usual, I forgot my microphones today, so there may be some wind noise in this, and I apologize for that. But I'll show you the towhee photo now and the deer. I thought this pair of deer in the ditch were absolutely beautiful, but they were not as beautiful as the golden hour backlight behind them. There is a nice twinkle in one of them's eye though, and here is the manually focused photograph of the female eastern towhee. And I said one time that nothing else matters but the eye being in focus, and that's basically all there is here. Here is Heather's photograph that she made of those same deer as they were going through the thick forest, and she did get the eye in focus on this one as well. We thought we would share it just to see what she was working on. Everything up to this point in this video was made just outside of the perimeter of Harrison Bay State Park, and everything from this point forward will be done inside Harrison Bay State Park, established in 1937. Well, now we're kind of rolling around Harrison Bay State Park, and we're in the parking lot for the tennis court, and we're just using the car as a blind and making photos. What you got there, Heather? Is it another cardinal, or are you got a white-throated sparrow in your sights?
I think it was the white-throated sparrow.
Is it gone now?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've been making some photos here of songbirds on asphalt. Very beautiful. Here's Heather's photograph of a male cardinal there on asphalt. Very beautiful, as I mentioned before. We didn't get any photographs of white-throated sparrows, and we did see a number of them in various places of the park. So that's one area where we didn't get a picture of a bird that we saw. Here's my photograph of a male cardinal there on asphalt at that area. We are still riding around through Harrison Bay State Park. Now we're over in the little loop that is near the fishing pier, and we ran across an eastern phoebe, and I think Heather and I both might have gotten a shot of it. We also saw a beautiful tiny ruby-crowned kinglet, but I know I didn't get a shot. Did you get a shot of the kinglet? Maybe. And we saw some more deer, but I didn't get a shot of those. Heather was shooting it through the windshield and failed to focus. It's kind of hard to focus through the windshield sometimes. I think there was some glare on the windshield. But we're having a nice morning hanging around here at Harrison Bay State Park, and we are going to continue. But right now, let's look at some phoebe pictures while Heather and I keep on working. Here's my first photograph that I thought was worth sharing of an eastern phoebe there in that area where we made these shots. We had really nice sun angle during this portion of the video, and on this one I had so much sunlight that I stopped that setup down to f8, which turned out really nice. Look at how sharp and in focus everything is. Sometimes I'll shoot wider open to separate the background. Now this is Heather's first photograph of a ruby-crowned kinglet, and even though there's a leaf in the way, I still think it came out really nice, and I was happy that she was willing to share it with us. And here is Heather's photo from that same area of an eastern phoebe. Now she was shooting from my right all the way across me and through the car with only 400 millimeters. Look at all those coots. These are American coots right here at Harrison Bay State Park, Chickamauga Lake, and they are doing their thing this morning. Now we're in the parking lot where you park your truck and trailer when you put your boat in here at the Harrison Bay Marina. And there's a brush pile over here, and Heather is using my 200 to 500 now on her Z50. She's taken the Tamron 18 to 400 off, and she is working on shots. All right, look at this cute little old man. As Heather said, it looks like this is a Carolina wren there on the brush pile that Heather made a photograph. I think this is the first time she ever used the 200 to 500, and I think she likes it. Here is another Eastern Phoebe. This is Heather's shot as well, and I didn't get myself any photographs of the Eastern Phoebe there on the brush pile. I must have been on the wrong side of the car. And look at that puffed up belly. Very beautiful and lovely light on the eye. We had great sun angle at this location as well. And here is one more of Heather's shots with the 200 to 500 on the Z50 of an Eastern Phoebe with the puffed up belly. And in this next shot, somewhere in these leaves, there's a Carolina wren. It's difficult to see, but oh, there it is. It's rooting around for food under the leaves near the brush pile there at Harrison Bay State Park. I've moved to the back seat now so Heather and I can both shoot out the same side of the car. This brush pile is really nice. There's a pair of Carolina wren here. We've seen Carolina chickadees. And didn't we see a Phoebe?
Yeah, we got a Phoebe.
And a Phoebe has wandered through here as well. Nothing exotic, but we've got really nice light on this brush pile, and it's fun. I'm going to give you a little... Oh, there's a mockingbird. Go ahead and shoot it, honey. There's Heather shooting out the window of the car. And I'll show you. See, there's really great light on that brush pile. All right, so here is the northern mockingbird that Heather was making the photograph of during that video clip that you just saw. Came out really nice, and like you can see, the sun angle is wonderful. I believe I was the only one of the two of us to get a picture of a Carolina chickadee today, but this is my photograph that I made from the back seat there of this Carolina chickadee on that brush pile. Now here is my Carolina wren photo, and honestly I'm not exactly thrilled with it. It just barely made the grade to be shared with you in this video. So I hope you like it, but I'm not personally thrilled with it. And here is my picture of that same northern mockingbird there on the brush pile near the boat ramp at Harrison Bay State Park, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Well, we got a number of decent shots, we thought, from the brush pile, and then we drove around a little bit more in this huge parking lot at the boat ramp, and we stumbled across some dark-eyed junco. Some people call them snowbirds. So both of us were able to make photographs of the dark-eyed junco, aka snowbird, but I thought Heather's was a lot better than mine, and here it is. Take a look. We are still wandering around Harrison Bay State Park. Now we're over near the pool, and we saw a warbler of some sort, and we saw a what I think is a juvenile red-headed woodpecker, and we also made some photographs of a squirrel. I made video with the Z50 and the 500 f4 and the 1.4 teleconverter of the squirrel, and the camera is level in this shot, and you can see that the stump that the squirrel on is not level. This is my photograph of the pine warbler, and it didn't really turn out all that great. I probably would not have shared this with you, except for I was the only one to get a shot of the pine warbler, so here it is. And this is the juvenile red-headed woodpecker. This came out way better than I thought it would have. Really high up in a tree and a long way away, and somehow I was still able to get a relatively decent shot. Now here's my photograph of that squirrel, and you can see that I've tilted my camera to level the stump, which I thought made the image look better overall. What a cute little critter this squirrel is. Well, Heather, how do you like using the 200 to 500 on your Z50? He's good?
He's good.
Heather spotted a bald eagle soaring way, way up in the sky and way far away. I got a glance at it myself, and it definitely was a bald eagle, adult. White head, white tail, but it was way too far away to get a shot. It was still cool to see one. We're in camping area C now, and we have run across some red-headed woodpeckers really high up in the trees, hard to get a good shot. I'm not sure if either one of us have gotten a good shot, but we're going to try a little bit more. Camping area C is the area where I normally associate the red-headed woodpeckers to be, and we saw 2 or 3 of them there, but this was the only decent photograph I was able to make. Now we're over in camping area B, and we've seen a nuthatch and a red-headed woodpecker and male and female cardinals and some tufted titmice, and also I think we saw a Carolina wren. I'm not sure what all we got photos of. Camping area B. Alright, so this is Heather's first ever shot of a red-headed woodpecker. She got her first ever shot of a ruby-crowned kinglet on this day as well. So a really nice day for Heather with her wildlife photography. And here is another shot of a red-headed woodpecker. This one looks like it might be just barely a juvenile, like it's almost an adult. I'm not sure how it works. But anyway, it was really cool that she got this shot. And then while she was working on that out of the right side of the car, I worked on following around this beautiful female cardinal. I love the colors of these, even though they're not bright red like a male cardinal. And while I was working on the shot of the Harrison Bay State Park sign that I used earlier in this video, Heather made this beautiful tufted titmouse photograph from the parking lot. Well, I think we're going to call it a morning from here at Harrison Bay State Park. We had a really nice day. Making bird photos and a couple of deer and just hanging out together, and we are glad you came along with us. If you like the content, a thumbs up is greatly appreciated, and if you want to see some more, subscribe and hit the bell, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye bye.